And all those lovely songs we sang 42 times. This is going to be so much fun. Look at this. Look at the trees and the flowers and the bugs and stuff. We're going to have a great time, aren't we? There's only a couple of things you really need to remember just for your safety, like when you hear the big bell, the big bell out there that we heard a minute ago. When you hear it, that means you have 10 minutes to get in line for lunch. And the other thing you want to remember is if they have peanut butter, do not get in front of Miss Vicky, because that could be really dangerous. Lavish. Now, there's another thing I really need your help on. After we've gotten all our duffel bags and everything unpacked, I need all of you to help me pay attention to little Lavish, because she's the youngest camper we have. And it's very important that when she goes out there and starts sniffing flowers and following butterflies through the woods that aren't brightly, they might not know the way back to the cabin, that y'all help me keep an eye on her. Because this is a forest, and we do not want her to get lost. So how many of y'all are going to help me watch Lavish? Let me see your hands. Yes? All right. You can put that hand down. Well, put it out here. Let's look at that hand. Now, if you are hungry, rub your belly. Now, I figured y'all were going to be hungry campers. You're always hungry. Oh. Did you bring any shaving cream to put in my bed this time?
Yes.
No. It figures. Maybe some of these guys need it to shave with this time. Well, we're going to have a great time. There's archery that way, bows and arrows, and there's swimming that way, and there's horseback riding back that way, and there's pool that way, and lunch is this way, really close by. So,
No, I don't know.
which way you want to go? You want to go that way? What you want to do first? You want to go that way first? Which way you want to go?
I'm gonna go that.
You want to go?
I'm gonna go to the
You want to go that way?
the pool.
Well, I'm going to go this way. We're going to have a great time. Welcome to camp. We're going to have a wonderful time at camp. It's pretty. Hey, I'm going that way.
Huh? What's that over there?
Good stuff, Lavish. You going with me?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll go that way first.
Come and go with me behind the waterfall. We'll discover truth for one and all. Explore the cave, oh hear the call. You will be refreshed behind the waterfall. There is treasure there beyond compare. New friends you'll bring and get to meet. The one friend's tall above them all. Come and hear its call behind the waterfall.
Uh-oh, Lavish, you dropped your dolly.
I don't see Lavish in that group, but she must be down there. Y'all, come on to lunch.
Okay.
It wasn't snapping, that might have been the problem.
Pull it all the way back.
That's as far back as it'll go.
Okay.
Oh,
Good shot.
wow. Where did you see that shot? It was a bullseye.
Way cool.
It sure was. I wish he was on my team. We need some of those guys on the girls' team. We really do. I mean, camp is really good, but the guys, some of the things they do just are much better than the girls. But I'm a pretty good swimmer. Maybe when we go down there to swim, maybe I can win some of those rewards swimming.
Miss Vicky,
Yes, Wordbird.
you can go swimming here at camp?
Yeah, there's a great big huge pool down there.
Oh, about a bird bath size or what?
Well, not exactly bird bath size. It's a much bigger than that. I think about 100 children can get in at a time. Woo! There's another good shot for the other team. But it's good. Brightly, have you been enjoying camp?
Oh, I have. Why, I've been flying around at the top of the trees. It's so nice out here. It's just amazing who I've met so far. I even saw a little girl get lost on a trail, and I was able to tell her which way to take because she couldn't see it herself, but I could see exactly where the trail went from far, far up.
So she looked up and watched you?
Yeah, I led her on the way. I flew and she followed me for a while.
That's awesome, Brightly.
Oh, it was fun.
That is really awesome that you were there to help her, to keep her from getting lost.
Sure was. I guess God provides, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He provided you to help her find the right way. Hey, Wordbird,
Yes, ma'am.
there's not a word window out here. Do
Nope.
you think you can remember what the Bible verse was in the service last night? No.
Wait a minute. Give me a hint now. What does it start?
Okay. It was John 14:6.
Oh, okay. John 14:6. Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
Very good. Without a word window, you said the exact verse. Way to go, Wordbird.
I guess you could say I had a memory window.
A memory window. Well, I guess you could. That's good. Can we gonna accept that, Brightly?
I think that'll work just fine.
Okay, well we'll accept that. Oh, I'm having a really good time at camp. I don't know what we're gonna do next. I think we're horseback riding next. I'm not really sure. But do you know who's missing from our group?
Well, I don't have any fleas. I'm missing that.
No, there's someone. Well, Wordbird, when was the last time that you saw Lavish?
Well, let me think.
Oh, look at that shot.
I think I saw her at lunchtime. What do you say, Brightly?
Well, actually, I thought I saw Lavish leaving the lunchroom with some of the children, going down that far trail over there.
Were there other children with her?
And there were some all around her. She was, well, actually, most of them were in front of her, and she was just kind of following them.
Was there a sign? Were they going horseback riding?
No, I don't remember the sign.
Huh.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, Brightly, if there wasn't a sign there, then Lavish was not supposed to be going down that trail. Do you know what I think? I think we might better go check on Lavish. Because if she went down a trail that did not have a sign on it, then the camp instructors told us not to take those trails, that we were supposed to stick together and not get separated. Some of those trails lead out into the street, way outside the forest. And some of them lead to places maybe where they feed animals, big forest animals. I think maybe perhaps we'd better go look for Lavish.
Ooh, I think you're right.
Now listen, this is important. Wordbird, maybe you could pull out some feathers if you find her and drop them along the trail. Could you do that?
I could do that. It would be a sacrifice, but I could pull some feathers, and if she saw the feathers, she'd know they came from me.
And she'd follow them back out of the woods.
Yes, she would.
Brightly,
Yes?
do you think you can go look for Lavish?
I sure do. What I could do is fly high up over the trails and fly along until I can see her.
I think we'd better do that. Okay,
All
let's
right.
go.
Where'd everybody go? I thought I was supposed to meet everybody here. I'm getting really scared. Maybe I should just go down that trail. I'm so lost. I've looked and looked and looked for Miss Vicky and Wordbird and Brightly, and I can't find them anywhere. I've gotten my dress dirty, and I also got Dolly's dress dirty, and Miss Karen made them specially for us. And I just don't know where to look anymore. Maybe if I go down to the water, I can wash off. I'm just so scared. I wish somebody would help me.
Isn't this an awesome waterfall? Are y'all having fun?
Yeah.
I am having a wonderful time just looking around at all this water and having all these beautiful smells. Can you smell the flowers? Brightly's been playing with those flowers. I saw you flying in and out of those pretty flowers.
And those flowers are so pretty, too.
They smell good, huh? I think so, too. It's wonderful being outside in the summer, isn't it? Do you like kids camp?
Yeah.
You do? This has been great, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And, you know, I think the neatest thing about kids camp has been how we've been able to have time to talk to God and to just take some time outside to really listen to God and see what He has to say to our heart. Isn't that right, Wordbird? And so we've just been having a good time outside together, getting to know each other better and find out how silly we can be sometimes. Right? Right, girls? But this is great. Do you like this waterfall?
Yeah.
Did you see it? Ah, everybody look up. Ah. It is way up there. That is a big waterfall. Do you look at the water? You see a place way over there behind those big rocks and the water's not moving? And it's got leaves in it and some bugs and some trash in it. You see, when we're not in God's business, like talking to Him and praying every day, we're like that water. Everything stays still and starts to stink and die in our life. But if we would get in with what God's doing and be like a waterfall, moving in His power, flowing in what He wants for our lives, we're like that waterfall up there. We're moving, we're full of life, we're exciting to be around. That's the way it is with Jesus. He even says He gives us living water. That's water that's moving all around and that's full of life and busy. That over there under that rock stinks and has dead stuff floating all around in it. Can you see it? All those leaves and that junk. Well, what do you want to be? Do you want to be living water or you want to be stagnant, still, yucky water?
Living water.
Yeah, we want to be living water. Do you want to be living water too?
Yeah.
Me too. So would you like to know how to do it? You don't have to jump in the waterfall. Are you glad? You don't have to know how to swim. Boy, am I glad. All you have to do is read your Bible, pray, talk to God, get to know Him in your heart, and you'll be just like living water. And it will flow out of your heart, and it will flow to others just like that is flowing somewhere else. So that water comes down, it goes somewhere else, doesn't it? Isn't that awesome? So when we let others see Jesus in us, it's just like the movement of God going downstream to someone else. While there are people all around us who don't know Jesus, and they're just like the stinky water over there. You see it? Sitting still, doing nothing with their lives, but stinking it up. Do that with me. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Stinking it up. So we don't want a stinky life. We just have to get in the flow with God, don't we? Have some living water in our lives. Isn't that right, Wordbird? Hi! Boy, there's a lot of boys and girls from camp here. Aren't there? Yeah, about 100 and something, maybe 120, something like that. Yeah. I've been enjoying this the most, just getting to know y'all and making new friends and sharing Jesus with y'all. Are you glad you came? Did you want to come?
Yeah.
You really wanted to come?
Yeah.
I know sometimes when I go hiking, Wordbird says, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I want to fly, don't you? Yeah, what? I have to walk, I can't fly. So we just kind of team up together, don't we, Wordbird? And he flies and I walk, and then we travel. But with Jesus, when he's in our heart, he'll help us flow to other people. So I just want to encourage you while we're sitting here in all this beauty, just to remember one important thing. Jesus can give us living water, and our heart won't be thirsty, and we can flow out to others and tell him all about Jesus, our boyfriends, our girlfriends. Did I say boyfriends? Ah! 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 Wordbird Brightly, thank you for meeting me here at the stables. Wordbird, what have you got in your mouth?
I wanted to make a nest right here. I'm so tired of flying and flying and flying looking for Lavish. I'm worried about her, Miss Vicky.
Well, me too, Wordbird. I haven't been able to find her on any of the trails or any of the camp activities. Brightly, have you seen Lavish anywhere?
I haven't seen her anywhere. I've been down every trail I could think of. I don't know where she went to.
Okay, Wordbird, I got one question. Were you able to put some blue feathers out on the trails?
There's so many blue feathers on the trails, Miss Vicky.
Yeah.
They think people ought to think that a whole flock of bluebirds have been through here.
Wordbird, as long as she can find those blue feathers, perhaps she'll be able to find her way right out of the woods back to the cabins. I certainly hope so.
That's my hope.
Me too. Well, you just keep praying for her, and I'm going to go and try to find her, okay? Don't give up hope. Y'all keep looking.
All
Bye.
right, we'll see you later.
Brightly, I know Lavish loves horses. I'm kind of surprised she's not out here right now.
That's right, I was wondering if we stayed around that she might show up over here, Wordbird.
I think that's a good idea, and we can take a short rest, but we can't stay too long because we have to go find her.
You know, you're right. Say, did you see those kids riding those horses? You know, Wordbird, I've always wanted to ride a horse. It's just kind of a secret desire of mine.
Oh, I kind of like horses too. You know why?
Why?
Well, I like flies. Wiggle, squirm, delight, pie, and top it off with flies, you know.
Well, Wordbird, you can have all the flies you want around here. There's just too many.
There sure are a ton. You know, I am still concerned about Lavish, though. Brightly, did you
What?
check over by the pool?
No, I didn't go by the pool, Wordbird. Although I did go by the waterfall.
The waterfall?
Oh, it was awesome, Wordbird. It was so tall. Well, you know, you were there, remember it? It was beautiful.
Oh, sure, I remember. Well, let's see, I checked out the archery area.
Right. And I checked out the canoeing. I flew by the edge of the lake and saw the people riding in the canoes, but I didn't see her there.
No Lavish. Let's see. Cafeteria, do you think maybe she might be there?
It's not time to eat yet.
I don't know, Brightly. I think we need to go. I've had enough rest. How about you?
All right. Hey, how about if we check that little caboose place? What do you call that?
Oh, that little red caboose. I remember that. Let's go check it out. I'll see you there.
All right.
How many of y'all enjoying camp? Let me see your hands. It's cool, isn't it? Well, I want to show you something. Now, I can see that you have a hat, and you have a turned around hat, and I have a purple hat, but what I cannot see is the inside of you. So this tube is going to represent someone's spirit or their heart or the real inside of them that we cannot see. And I'm going to show you a couple of things here. I'm going to show you that this red ball right here, we're just going to cover the inside of the person, put it down inside their body. This red ball right here is going to represent God. Can you hold that one for me? Thank you. And green is going to represent money. Anybody here like money? Cool answer, good. And this one is going to represent God. Okay, so I have all three of these, and we want to look at this person's real true heart. And I'm going to hold these out here. What do you think is the very last, least important of them all? Brandon?
Money.
You think money's the least? All right, we're going to take the money and we're going to put it right down there in that person's heart. Just push it right down in there, okay? What's the next least important, God or your friends? Chris? Your friends are the least next important, okay? So that means that who's most important? All right, we're going to put that ball right down in there. Now, we really don't know that this person has the same priorities or desires in their heart that you did when you chose to make God first, your friends, and then money last, do we? So we're going to pretend like this is a friend of yours, maybe here at camp or at home or maybe even in the family. But this person, we can't see their inside. Maybe this person goes to church all the time. Maybe this person is really nice and kind. But we really can never know what the inside really tells us about. Now, can we? How many of you have ever had a friend that was really a nice person, then you did one little thing that was wrong and they were the ugliest you'd ever seen? And did it surprise you that that was inside of them? Yeah, it surprises us, doesn't it? Because we cannot see the real inside. So I'm going to remove this tube now and we're going to just look and see if this person has the same priorities as we originally thought that they had. So let's take a look. Where does this person have God?
At the bottom.
Last. That's right, Jeremiah, at the very bottom. And what is its most important? Friends are on top. And money just stayed about in the middle. But this person, we really thought, when we put everything in there like we thought it was, it came out totally different. The Bible tells us that Jesus said He's the way, the truth, and the life. And out of Him comes rivers of living water. And out of this person came something that was like nasty water that was over steel, hidden behind rocks where trash and all kinds of things get stopped up. This person was stopped up in their heart and they didn't let the real thing flow. They didn't let the real river of Jesus flow in them, did they? How many of you guys want to know that Jesus is the way, the truth, because this didn't show the truth, or the life? How many of you want that in your own heart? For this thing to turn out right, people to see it, and for it to be the right way to live? All of you do? Are you serious? You know, sometimes it might mean that someone might make fun of you because you live for God. Would you still raise your hand if someone made fun of you? We shouldn't be ashamed of Jesus, should we? No. Outside or inside of a building or inside school or out on the playground or in the swimming pool or at camp or at school or in our house. Should we ever be like stagnant water stuck over in the corner, not moving in God? That's right, Brandon. We should always be really close to Jesus. We don't have to come to camp to be close to Jesus, do we? Jeremiah, the best way to be close to Jesus is read our Bible and do what? Show me with your hands.
Pray.
And pray. That's right. We should read our Bible and pray, and we'll be close to Jesus all the time. She is not in that red caboose. We have searched everywhere, to every activity, all through the forest. Duh. Nobody's checked the playground. I bet she's in the playground.
Miss Vicky, here she is. We found Lavish. Come on up here.
Boy, I sure have had to climb up high to find all of you. Lavish, we were so concerned about you. We thought you were lost in the woods.
Oh, Miss Vicky, I missed you so much. I got so lost. I lost Dolly, and I couldn't find the way back, and I just didn't know what to do.
Well, you're okay now, Lavish. You're here with all of us, and we love you. We're just so glad that you're safe. I mean, we're all praying that we would be able to find you and that you would be okay. All the kids at camp are actually looking through the woods for you right now. We'll have to tell them later we found you. They'll be sure happy. Did you have any hints, Lavish, as to where to look for the right path?
Yes, I did. I saw lots and lots of blue feathers and knew exactly what to do.
Lavish, I noticed that your dress is dirty, maybe even torn. What happened? Did you fall down several times?
Well, I lost Dolly, and I had to go find her, so I got my dress dirty and messed up really, really badly, and I'm sorry.
Well, you know, Lavish, the most important thing is that you're safe. Isn't that right, Brightly?
Yes, it is. We care so much about our friends. And it's just important that we're all together, Lavish. We're so glad that you're safe. We're so glad that God guided you and helped you to know exactly what to do.
Oh, it's so important to be loved. I just feel so warm and toasty now.
I'm certainly glad that you do, Lavish, because that's one reason we came to camp. Not only to get close to God, but to get close to one another. And I think that we've shown that today by helping Lavish, and she showed her concern even for her Dolly, because she's willing to get dirty to save Dolly from getting torn up or lost or even floating down the river. So you did a brave thing, Lavish. You found your way out of the woods, and you also got to keep Dolly from getting too messed up. So we've all had a very good day in the Lord, haven't we, Kim?